why you stepping out. Hold on.
You tell us why y'all stepping out.
I just said it.
We got married men saying they had sex with their wives in 10 months.
Let me say this.
So y'all not getting no pussy. That's why you stepping out. All right.
Yeah. Let me say this.
That's it. You horny.
I think.
Me so horny. Yes.
All right. Tell your wife I'm horny. You don't want to give me no pussy. This is the next step. She either want to stay or she want to go.
Okay.
But the same way you say that, I shouldn't have to say I want a loyal person. Why should I have to tell my wife I want sex?
Because she's human.
She know I'm a man.
Stop that pussy.
I'm gonna tell you guys something.
What that man do
You
though?
as a wife, you don't know that your man want to fuck you?
Yes, but
Okay,
you wanting to step
talk
out
about
because
this.
she doesn't want to have sex is
and I
not
gotta
nice.
tell you I want
All right,
sex.
10 months is very drastic.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Dailyrapupcrew. No booker, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed. You know, we promote healing and always logic over feelings. You heard? Ace the GOAT, you know what I'm saying?
Last but not least, we got Jew.
What it do? It's your boy Jew. I'm about to say oh man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know we out here fixing. You know, shout out to my team, the Knicks. You heard? That's it.
What? Yeah, like.
I had said something else, but it was gonna be paused. So I'll take my L.
Yo, anyway, man, we got some special guests with us. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
What's up, everyone? My name is Marion. I'm a Black conservative Christian, and I comment on political everyday things on my page. It's #Marion. Nice to be here. We're excited to be here, I should say.
All right, and they brought Smith in the building, so that's Smith God, GAWD on Instagram. Follow me, tap in, and we here.
Oh,
God.
Oh, God.
Listen, before we get into these topics, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We drop new content on the YouTube channel every single day. I promise you, every single day. This first topic I want to get into, it says, has feminism fulfilled or failed its promise to improve women's lives? Let me start here with you. What's your thoughts? I know you got a lot to say about this. You know what I mean? So
you already know. Man, I would say it's definitely failed. I think it has actually done the opposite of improving women's lives, because the barometer for improving was shifted away from what truly fulfills us, right? So instead of being fulfilled by our families, by raising our children, by being a nurturer, which is, you know, well, God says we are a help meet. We are literally created as a helper to someone else. Right. But now we were shifted into being a breadwinner, being the, you know, the go-getter, if you will, the provider. And I don't know if you've noticed, but since feminism started, the feminist wave started in the 50s, but really took like root in the 70s. And women have gotten a lot angrier.
We're tired.
Yo, hello. We're not supposed to be taking care of kids and going to work and cleaning the whole house and doing all of this. Like, yo, you got women just outside upset. Like, I feel like just really feeling angry. And you know, I am actually an entrepreneur. I love my work. I love what I do. But at the end of the day, my number one, like, you know, accomplishment in life is being a mom. And every single thing that I've done or anything I will do, aside from, you know, following Christ, that little girl is the thing that makes my heart swell. Feminism to me, like, it really has robbed a lot of women of this fulfillment, this joy that is very special to being a mother or being a woman in itself.
I agree with you 1,000%. I enjoy allowing a man to take lead. I enjoy being able to work on myself, as you know, wanting to be a mother and wanting to cater to my family. I enjoy the cleaning and the catering to the household. I don't know why we started fighting to want to do what men do and want to have their roles and want to be security or want to be construction workers or want to have these roles that are like, I also kind of go based off the science, right? our bodies are built for certain things. Men's bodies are built for certain things. So I don't feel like going against what they are physically built and able to do. Why am I trying to compete with that?
Yep.
That's what it feels like. It's like a competition. Like, I could do that too.
Exactly.
Why do you want to do that? You don't even want to do that. You just want to make a point, it feels like.
Yep.
When, like you said, we're catered to womanhood, and why not submit and be soft and be calm and be that?
Yep.
Why do we have to be masculine?
Yep.
Why do I have to show that I can lift what you lift?
Literally.
Why? If that's what you love doing, I think that's beautiful. Because I think I really do like the idea of women being able to work if they want to work, or be in politics if they want to vote if you want to vote. Feminism, to me, feels like, or I want to say it started from wanting to have a voice. Right. Women want to speak. We have opinions. We're people. It just went way overboard. Yeah. And I think it had to do with sports. It had to do with occupation, and it had to do with politics. We want to be presidents too. We want to be, go ahead. No, because we're on the same page.
No, because exactly, like, in regards to the politics part, a lot of people don't realize that the feminist movement was a political push.
Literally.
And it was also
a political manipulation.
Thank you. That's the word. A political manipulation for two reasons. One, to have more voters available for the Democrat Party specifically. But then two, to allow businesses to receive more workers and for the government to receive more in taxes.
And pay us less.
Exactly
now,
that.
Come on, because now I can tax the whole family. Everybody got to pay me, right? So I always say this, like, Black women had nothing to do with the women's suffrage movement because we've always been working in this country. My grandmother was a maid. My other grandmother was a nurse. Their mothers before them worked, and then all the way back to slavery. It was never a time in this country that Black women didn't work outside the home, right? So we got lumped into this movement that was really a rich white woman's argument. Like, I want to be able to work. People saw them as being too high class or too dainty to do work. It was beneath them, so they were not allowed to do work. But
and somehow Black women became the face of feminism.
Okay,
they at home. The white feminists is at home with their husbands, and they telling the Black women like, "Oh no, y'all don't need a man."
All the housewives. We are out here
pushing their babies in strollers. If you want to talk the truth,
if you really want to talk about,
if you want to go over the Upper East Side, you'll see them just pushing them like. And I don't have no racial anything, but these are facts. Like, we got tricked, we got duped.
I think, to me, the barometer for improving of women's lives is, you look at the happiness index for women. Like, women, are much more depressed than they ever been. They are on much more antidepressants, like, you know what I mean, than they ever been. So as much
alcoholics
as they ever been, like, so there's this narrative that a lot of women are trying to push, like, oh, we're happier now that we don't need men, or we could be boss babes, but the metrics ain't showing that. It's showing the opposite, actually. Like, and I would love how women always want to put emphasis on the male loneliness epidemic. Like, y'all love to
y'all lonely too, though.
No, I get it.
Everybody's suffering over this.
I get it. But it's only the women. It's only the women that want to, like, the only time I ever hear about that is women talking about it. They're so obsessed with, men are lonely, but why are we not talking about the women's depression epidemic? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that needs to be a conversation as well. Like, so again, I think when you look at the barometer of happiness, and you see the metrics is not in women's favor, I can't say feminism has actively helped women. You know what I mean? Made y'all work more. Like,
and that's actually if you dive into that, right? The happiness thing. A lot of the issue with men being lonely and sad, or women being depressed, is women were picked for jobs that would have went to men, and women are paid less, right? But now men have less jobs. So now we've got this skewed society, right? This broken society where the men who are literally, like, ingrained to be providers can't provide as much as the woman can
And-
or as
and-
easily.
Giving them a
All women are
purpose.
being
They don't
paid.
have their purpose
Purposes
anymore.
are
You're taking their
ripped.
purpose away because
Exactly.
you
All
want to be
women are
on the
being
same
paid
plane.
less. I mean, I think that's been debunked like several times. And it goes back to even women's sports, right? We always have every
Here we
time I hear a
go.
woman talk about WNBA
Here we
players
go.
need to get paid as the same as NBA players when y'all are generating the losses every year, but y'all want to get paid. Like it doesn't make sense. At that point, that's a privilege. You guys want a privilege, even though you're not generating a product that's actually profitable. Like you know what I
Well,
mean?
I will say today I actually saw that they acknowledge that they do need to pay these girls more. I'm not a big fan of the WNBA at all, but apparently they only get about 9% of the league's revenue, whereas NBA players get 49% on average. So
Yeah, but the
that's-
WNBA takes a loss in revenue
Right.
every
This is
year.
valid,
Like you know what I'm saying?
but
Like what are you
whatever
paying them? They
revenue
lose the
they're
money. Like you
making-
know what I mean?
I mean, that's valid. You're making a valid
I'm saying
point.
WNBA women's sports is the only business model where you could lose profit but then still demand more. Like you have to go out and support the product. That way they have more money to invest into the players. Like that's just how business
That's
works.
how I was
like,
say.
you
That's
know?
business in general.
Yeah, like
right?
you know, it's not because the ratings ain't there.
But the feminism is making
people
them
ain't
one of the
buying the
demands.
tickets to go support these women. Like women are too busy
I don't
complaining.
even think it should really exist, if I'm being honest with you.
Women be too busy complaining online trying to shame men into watching a sports when they have a variety of sports.
no
When
one
women
watches
can just
it.
go and support the
But
WNBA.
women like to play
you know?
basketball, so we have to give them an outlet
Can't
to
you
do
just
that.
play basketball? Does it have to be a career? Do we have to have
Yeah.
an entire? Can't you just do a pickup game at the Rucker like everybody else? Like why? Why are we?
Pick up game.
Why are we pretending that everyone wants to watch women's basketball specifically? Like we like the tennis.
Mhm.
We're into the track and field. That works,
Volleyball.
right? Volleyball, y'all like that? That's cool. Synchronized swimming. That's our game, right? We do that.
Mhm.
But basketball, how was the last
Yeah,
time
but
you
then
watched
it's like
a game?
the volleyball girls are half naked. The swimmers are in
That's
bathing
valid.
suits. The tennis girls got the tennis skirts. So that was
So the
also an
reality is,
argument.
No
They're
one
more-
cares about watching women's sports. They just watch to see, naked
I
women.
mean, women watch men's sports because of who they're attracted
Exactly.
to. As
I
well.
watch sports because I love sports.
But are you the norm?
I would say a lot of women who do actually watch
I'm gonna just be
sports
on the
and
opposite. I'm
follow
not
it,
watching no sports. I don't care about none of
and
that.
that's valid.
But
I'm gonna go to the game though.
But the ones that do watch it based off who they're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I just because I'm very like on both sides. I can understand both sides. I will go to a LeBron game. I know LeBron. I know he's a good player. I know I will enjoy the game, but I don't care about sports outside of that. But and not
Something fun to do.
But if you know a player or you're invested in a player or something like Kobe Bryant or whoever,
Right.
you're gonna watch the game. So like
Right.
we are kind of like he's making a valid point. Like I can't even
Women's
argue.
sports in whole would be much more successful if women actually went out and support those sports. Like women are the biggest.
but we don't
Women are the
Don't
biggest
attack me
consumers
now.
in America.
I'm not watching
but
that
when
either.
it comes to
We
women's
don't
sports,
want
y'all don't want
to
to support it. Like
Because
It's not fun.
but with women. So it's not you're now taking away we're watching it because we like to see the players.
No,
Now we
no.
don't even have a valid reason to watch it.
Yeah,
It's just
the
sports.
feminist mindset says that you should support all women, and
Feminism is stupid. That's how I feel.
And then I don't think that's even logical because just because we're women, that doesn't subject me to. And if I even agree with feminism, doesn't permit me to agree with everything you do and everything you say.
Exactly, because it's a lot of hoes that I don't agree with.
Right, I support
I
women
don't
all night
support
and day. Even
whole
now,
life
you
at
can't
all.
even talk down about the WNBA because if they want to play their ball, they get their platform, and I think that they earn that. It is what it is. But that don't mean I have to want to watch what you're doing. I don't have to sit there and invest myself in that. I think what you're doing is great. Go for it. If it works for you, it works for you. But 9 times out of 10, it's not really. So
That's really it. It's like there was we like doing this and enough women enjoy doing it, so it's unfair that we're not allowed to do it
Right.
because the men have a monopoly on it. So now we must create this entirely separate thing and now force everyone to pretend that they like it.
and at the end of it, it's not
And
logical.
The fact is, even go to these, go to the games. It's like the players' mom is in the stadium, and that's it. There's no one in the stands, bro. It's no one in the stands. You have to give away. What are they called? Liberty? The Liberty?
Oh my God.
You have to give away Liberty.
They
And I'm
do.
not being rude. I'm being honest.
It's true.
No one goes to. these
Can y'all
games.
name 5 WNBA
No.
teams?
I know Lisa Leslie.
See, why you ain't
I
say
said
players? Because
teams.
maybe you would have had me.
teams.
Like, can you name 5 players?
I can't.
Lisa Leslie. Because she's the OG.
And I feel like it would be cheating because it just we kind of came.
Naked all the time.
Who?
Not Angel Reese.
Shout out to Angel Reese.
But what about Caitlyn? See, I know some of the girls.
Yeah, I'm three.
My favorite WNBA player.
But I didn't want to say that. But I didn't want to say no players because that has only recently been brought to the spotlight. If you would have asked me that maybe 2-3 years ago, I don't know no Angel. I don't know Caitlyn. I don't even know what team they on.
Brittany, because there was that drama because she got lost.
Okay, so together we can name 5.
That's four.
Okay,
I got one more.
We got this.
You got one more?
Can I phone a friend?
No, you can't phone a friend. You can't. That's cheating.
He's supposed to ask him. He ain't gonna know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You probably don't even watch.
I said Lisa Leslie.
Skylar Diggins.
Who's that?
We said Caitlyn. Okay, so Caitlyn.
Okay.
Brianna, you said.
What was Caitlin's last name?
Caitlyn
Clark. See, we're good. But this is also literally meaning there could be 2 WNBA teams, period. 2 teams of the 10 greatest or whatever, however many, 20 greatest players. Yeah. And that's it. There's no need for a league. I'm so serious. There's no need for a league. They can just play in each state like the Harlem Globetrotters and call it a day. Mm-hmm. Call it a day, bro. Be honest about this.
No, I think that it could be a national sport. I just don't think I think they should, get what they make. What they deserve.
But they don't make anything.
But right.
I mean, and I'm saying be happy with that.
You are paying more for NBA tickets because they have to subsidize the WNBA. That's not fair to anybody, in my opinion. No one wants to. It's like if someone if you have a successful pizza shop and this guy down the street decides he wants to sell bologna sandwiches. Because he likes bologna sandwiches. And it's like 3 people that like bologna sandwiches. But because they decided to be loud enough about their bologna sandwiches, now you have to give a portion of your revenue to fund his store. His store gets no customers. No one likes the bologna sandwich. They like the pizza.
They're going to
hate me. It's okay.
So is there any parts of feminism that y'all think are beneficial to women?
Wait, say that again?
Are there any parts of feminism that y'all think are beneficial to women?
We so quiet. Okay.
Insert crickets.
I think for me, the one thing, like the concept of women being allowed to try things and allowed to, be
bring our ideas,
higher contributing members of society, that's a good thing overall.
Okay.
That's I would agree that, okay.
I stand on just feminism having a voice, being able to bring up things ideas or just having an opinion. I think that's something I was very shut out for a while. But now we get to be active about issues and things that we feel like we deserve, even if not everyone is in agreement. Just the idea that somebody will listen to us and take notice.
The reality of feminism is only to be superior to men. I mean, that's the only real cause behind it. Like,
y'all want to be equal, or do y'all want to be superior at this point? Like,
there was a purpose once upon a time when they was manipulating y'all back in the days or whatever they were trying to tell you, and then it just changed. Like, oh, a man hate train, better than men, do this better than men. Everything just became, oh, men did this, okay. It became a competition. Even when men are cheering you on and happy for you guys or whatever the case, it just like, oh. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
Oh my God.
No, truly.
Women to the death. Amazon.
No, the number of women, I have the post
Love Wonder Woman.
I have a post on my page because I get called to pick me all day long. I get called, I get told, you're not a girl's girl. And I'm like, no, I'm not a girl's girl because I'm not gay. Why would I be a girl's girl?
Talking spicy.
What does that, what does that look like? Oh, sis, you look good. No, you don't. Your stomach's hanging out your shirt. Let's be honest. If you're a girl's girl, a woman supporting other women should be a woman telling women the truth. Women allowing women to be delusional is one of the biggest problems that we have in society, period.
We need you to more often.
Bro, you do not want to be equal to women. You know how I know you don't want to be equal to men? If we wanted to be equal to men, this conversation of who's going to pay 50-50 would not be a thing. You'd be running to pay 50-50, sis. You would just fill out your card.
Is the most equal thing you could possibly do. Like, that's why I always say it's the most equal thing you could do. and y'all like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like,
well, you put your cash up, and she put her ass out. So
that's really what it is.
But there's a lot more context with that stuff because it's also then it's who asked who to go out, and then there's courting. You know, there's etiquette, and that's a whole different conversation.
Etiquette flew out the window.
But now no one feels the need to do that. I guess because we want 50-50.
Everyone wants.
So do you want?
I do not. For the record, just looking in the camera, no. Don't show up in my DMs. Oh, no, not at all. You understand? No. Hard stop. Okay? I think that the concept of 50-50, the concept of equality in general is laughable. It is not possible for women and men to be equals. It's just not. And we see this also with the children now. Mom is gone from the home so much. You got these kids. They don't know how to do anything. They're not bonding with their mom. They don't know. Women our age, how many of them know how to cook?
So it's safe to say you don't think trans women are women.
Don't start.
I'm about to say, wait.
Jesus.
You know, a lot of women. We have women. We have women up here with a trans woman and saying that trans women are women. Like, so you know what I mean? These are women saying it out their own mouths.
Let me tell you my number one argument killer for that. If you're a real woman, why do you have to artificially inflate the hole that they created to give you a vagina, or else it will seal back like an earring hole? Did you know that was true? That is a thing. Look it up.
You got to periodically.
They know every single day. They have to
every
insert.
day?
They have to insert a balloon and blow it up so that their
ding-a-ling-a-ling
fake. No, their
fake
new vagina does not heal and close up on itself. I personally have never had to inflate my vagina because it just works. It's real.
Shout out to
the real vagina.
Let me get to the fellas. Did I actually want to add to the conversation?
I think well.
I think they hit it on the head.
Okay. The next topic says, who in society is moving further from their natural gender roles, men or women?
Well, we just kind of hit that, right?
Everybody.
The men can't. The men don't have a platform to provide anymore. So, and the women want to be workers, and we want to work so hard, and we want to be independent so bad, and everything is to make a point, though. Like you said, no, the women don't want that job. They don't want that.
No.
But the point has to be made, and that's why everything is shifting in those directions. But it's definitely the women.
I think so.
We're supposed to be soft and just motherhood and family and
respectable. Like the one of the big things that stresses me is this push for like hoedom in the female society. Like everyone have a whole phase.
The sexual liberation, like
the sexual liberation. Like no, you were supposed to be valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Women were supposed to be valuable. Women were supposed to be difficult to obtain. Women were supposed to be prey, and prey runs away from being caught. Women are now showing up to the predator, like take me.
But I think that was also kind of a demanding respect thing, because men have been constantly allowed to do that. And then we have to kind of just sit back and allow it and be like, oh, that's a man. So women, women,
let him be a hoe. Be a hoe.
Yeah,
but
I want to rebel so much. Like it's like, oh, he want me to be sacred into him. Watch me give this pussy up. Like what?
That's what I'm saying. Men have finessed women for y'all to just go ahead, give that pussy up to everybody. Like, we benefiting from that. Shit.
I'm
like,
protecting you, telling you.
The only person benefiting from the women's sexual liberation is men. Like, we get to do all of this shit without courting, without being chivalrous, without being romantic. Y'all giving up pussy for free, and you think men is gonna sit back and be like, "Yo, yeah,
I'm gonna wife you up and everything."
My fault.
But we just got you gotta identify why women do what they do and why women want to demand certain things, because what we're supposed to just be like, oh my God, stop doing that to me, and a man's gonna listen.
Yep.
So now
this is a great time.
So now you're gonna give away the pussy?
Hold on real quick.
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's smart.
A quick plug. Make sure you get our shirt on dailyrapupcrew.co. Logic over feelings. Great example. You know what I'm saying? When you operate in your feelings, you be out here giving that pussy out.
That's exactly
no, but right. Yeah.
Saying, like, you out here thinking logically, go get that shirt. You know what I mean?
It's really true.
Why he don't want to commit to me? Yeah, because he's fucking you for free. Like, why would he commit
it has
to me? You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
you even have to try very hard.
Why do men don't want relationships? Because we getting all the perks of a relationship without having to be in a relationship. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I want to say the woman's standpoint is this is my life and I get to do whatever I want with my body and nobody gets to say. It's a taking control over yourself or ourselves. That's what that is.
We're not happy. The problem is it's not.
And I can agree with that because sharing yourself with multiple people is draining. You're allowing too many energies
really
inside.
Self-control?
It's spiritual, right. So it's not smart. But I think I'm here to identify that nobody's perfect.
Oh, for sure.
And I can understand both sides of the spectrum on why women feel the need to make these drastic, maybe unhealthy and unvaluable decisions. But that is stemming from being treated in an invaluable way and not being catered to in a certain light where you feel respected by a man, or that even if you're not respected by that man,
I still can't understand how giving you a pussy.
You're not a woman. You're never gonna understand.
You explain as a woman.
I'm
how is
telling
giving
you,
that box up equivalent to you feeling respect for yourself?
Because
you said you wasn't being treated good when you wasn't giving it up.
Yeah.
And now that you're giving it up, you feeling more.
Because I think you guys are kind of thinking it as, and I speak to women, so I speak to trans, I speak to all kind of women, so I'm here to kind of just get to the basis of that. It's not for us or the women to care what y'all feel. That's the value and the respect that women want to give themselves.
I'm speaking on how women feel. I'm not speaking about how with the men.
No, yeah, that's what it is. Like if you're a woman, right, and you're constantly getting disrespected by a man, and you're loyal, blah blah blah. They sleep around, whatever. It's not so like, oh, I'm just gonna give myself to anybody. It's
but that's what they doing.
But women are doing that.
No, that is what that's what they do, and it's more like. It's like a power, gain my power back kind of thing. Yeah. This is my body. This is my choice, right? The my body, my choice thing. Mm-hmm. So regardless of how anybody feels about what I'm doing, this is my life. Now it's becoming like that negative stigma, whatever, to me personally, because spiritually, but it's a negative stigma because you're just giving it to anybody. And the double standard is men give it to anybody and there's no consequence or there's no rebuttal. But women, we're disgusting, we're nasty, it's dirty, it's da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay. Let's keep it across the whole plane that men are equally as disgusting and nasty for having sex with women. And then my thing is, you do it unprotected.
That's valid.
You do it unprotected, and I've had experience addressing stuff like that, and a man is offended, but it's not you. It's because women do sleep around, and you're not asking her about her sexual. So you don't know what she brought to you, and then you're trying to bring it to. Yeah. It's a cycle.
It's all messy.
How easy it is for a woman.
With more power comes more responsibility. Yeah.
Okay, but so.
Oh well, yeah.
To
and being that the we carry children and we nurture, we doing that is not.
He's referring to.
I'm saying in terms of access to sex, like women have more access to sex just being a woman. Like
it's a lot easier.
But it goes what you guys said. That doesn't make a man want you. And there's a whole thing like, oh, I can have any man you want. No, you can sleep with any man you want.
Right. That part. Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna get that man that values you and wants to bring you home and take you and make a family with you if that's the mindset that you're working with.
There's also a value system too. Like they hate when I use this metaphor, but it's like a lock and a key. If you're a lock that any key can open, is not a valuable lock. But if you're a key that can open any lock, I mean that's a valuable key.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good analogy.
They always do that. There was another one, and they was like, oh, if you take a straw, right, and you pass it to everybody, that straw was like, I really want to give y'all this analysis because it was a reel that I saw, and it was like if you could put you're not gonna put a straw in a can, whatever, it's fine, right? But if everybody drinks off that straw, you're not gonna. But if you change the straw, like it's just a different straw. It was kind of like on those terms, but it's.
I think what we have to acknowledge though, this is one of the things that really has, when I kind of had my awakening moment, right, and I was like, nah, I'm being lied to about everything. Everyone's lying. Like I realized, like, wait a minute, time out, like. This doesn't actually fulfill women. Mm-hmm. Men can actually feel fulfilled by going and because there is a chase that happens, and just like predators and prey, the woman, our nature is to be fought for, right? To see someone put in effort. The men are the ones that want to put in effort. If they get stuff easily, it's an easy win.
They love challenges.
Win, yeah. But who are they going to marry? They're gonna marry the chick that made them work for it. That's the reality. That's the reality of it. They're not very rarely. Look at Cardi B. Look at Cardi B. Come on now. She was out here saying be a hoe, do this, wop, whatever. And then her man was sleeping with everyone but her while she's pregnant. Now she goes out and gets a new guy, gets pregnant by him, and he's still sleeping with other people. Baby girl, you don't know how to be valuable. You never once saw yourself as valuable. She was started as a stripper, and I like her. Let me get this. I like her, but I think
there's real facts.
These are facts, and these are the influences that young women are getting now, and women of all ages. I shouldn't even say young. Women of all ages are getting like, oh, I want to be like her because she has this, she has that. But the reality is, these people are miserable. And as a woman, if you go out and you're sleeping with all these people, I always tell women, you think that you don't want a relationship, but you got to go out and get a new nigga every couple days. You want a relationship. You want someone to come home to. Right. You want someone to depend on. You want someone to depend on. I saw this perfect video on Instagram. It was the girl seemed like she was gonna get it, but she missed the point. She said she was broken down on the side of the road in her car, right? Mm-hmm. And she said she texted or called all four of her. You seen that? She called her roster of guys that she's sleeping with, all four of them. Only one of them offered to help, and all he offered was to like send her a cab. He wasn't even gonna come help. And then her response was, make them lonelier. Baby girl, no. you don't realize you already gave them what they need. Yeah. They have no reason.
You was just a piece of pussy. That's
it. And you think that you're valuable because you think, oh, well.
Because you gave it up to him. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing valuable about something that is easily accessed.
Yeah, and I think just to even go back to the original topic, I do agree with I think women are getting more away from their, natural gender roles. There was a poll, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but they had asked like women that voted Democratic and then men that have voted Republic, and the number one thing that made men fulfilling was providing for a family. And then when they asked women the same thing, they said, family was like blast. Like they said a job and a career was the most fulfilling thing for them. And, and I think this is why we're seeing the shift in even dating and, marriages and stuff, because again, when you have the men who have stood on their, society doesn't hesitate to tell men what they need to do. Like be a man, you got to be a leader, provider, do this for your family. But then when we go to look for partners, now the women are being told, no, y'all don't need a family, y'all don't need a man, y'all need to get your career. So there's
we need to be independent.
Yeah, there's this discrepancy that's happening because the men that are going out and actually looking for women to provide for and have a family, those men that want to do that, they can't seem to find those women because those women don't seem to value family, and they look at children and childbearing as a birth. I've seen women talk about as a burden. I see them talking about having sex with your husband is like an indentured slave and stuff like that. They equate all of these negative stereotypes to being a mother. They even shame you for wanting to be a mother. Oh, you patriarchy, and we throw out these terms and stuff like that. So again, I think it is the women that are actively going away from their natural gender roles. And if women are saying, to this point, I don't even know. We had videos where women will say that they want to be a stay-at-home mother. And then when they get awarded that opportunity, now they're complaining about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, being a stay-at-home mother is hard. I'd rather go in corporate America. So it's like, damn, as you can see, that's conflicting. That's a conflicting message for men. Like, you're telling us that y'all want to be a stay-at-home mother. Now we're busting our ass to make sure you're a stay-at-home mother. And then you're still complaining that this is not really what I want. You know what I mean? Then you have Aisha. We're not going to get into that. But, again.
It's a sense of having control over your own life, but that's not what partnership is. And if you're not looking for partnership, then you're going to be kind of stuck in self and doing everything for self. And even when you have someone that wants to give you everything, you're only going to be looking out for you because in the back of your mind, you're not depending on that person. Like you're kind of banking on that person not being
there.
Where
does that mentality come from?
Ooh.
Man, geez Louise. There's so much to that. There's so much because we have to acknowledge, like, one thing I'll say, feminism has definitely pulled things apart, but at the same time, men allowed it to be pulled apart.
True.
Like they stopped showing up in ways that were important as well, right? Like we all
y'all stop proving us wrong.
But not just that, we all know
nobody even cared anymore.
Constantly cheating on his wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a thing. That's one of the big things that men need to address within the male population. Cheating is a horrible thing.
Yes.
Too many people are so comfortable with it. Too many people literally, oh, it's just a little. I'm just doing a little, but I'm still gonna.
But even you said it earlier. That's men. Men do that.
No, but that's women. Women been cheating for the day. How many aunties done had a kid at the family gathering, and they wasn't Uncle Joe's? You know what I'm saying?
Valid.
So we can't.
You know what the uncle did? You know, he didn't make a big deal of it. He just, listen, that's my kid now, whatever.
Now
but all the aunties called her out.
Married, ain't they?
No, the aunties didn't call out.
They didn't?
No, they did not. Because now they still talking about how
you just whisper about it.
They whisper. That's what I mean. They be the whispers. Like they know, the family know.
At Thanksgiving in the corner.
Right. There we go. That's the call out.
That's that curly hair like that.
But that kid.
You heard about
that kid, 35 years old, talking about my mother never told me that wasn't my daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's happening.
Valid.
We can point out that men did have separate families and other relationships, whatever, which is wrong. I'm not.
One is more accepted than the other. Also, is what I'm getting at.
One does get like.
One is brushed off, like that girl. That's just that.
One gets brushed off,
and then the other is like.
I think again when we do the show for a living, like we talk about women, and again when you ask women what's important to them, never is loyalty. Like you ask them like top 5 things that's important to a relationship. Loyalty is never on the list. As long as a man is doing X, Y, and Z, and again, men have been conditioned. All right, well, as long as I'm providing, like you know what I'm saying, like you won't have an issue with it. Like
I will strangle you with your own money.
You said you think it was like a male though in the beginning.
That's valid.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying like again, a lot of someone would tolerate loyalty because that's not big on their priority list. Like as long as you can provide a lifestyle, as long as you can provide a roof over my head, I can get away with a little bit of cheating.
Well, now my question is because I don't say loyalty because that doesn't feel like it needs to be said.
A man will say loyalty,
but But my first is security, and loyalty falls under being secure in my relationship. So having secured, being secure and having security from my partner, I don't think I have to tell you to be loyal to.
You secured. You locked in.
Not if you're loyal, and I have to think, and I have to constantly look over my shoulder.
You good,
the problem is
what I'm saying is, but you good.
I should be if we talking about what my standards are in a relationship. So security is the top.
Yeah, you secure. You good.
I don't know security and loyalty the same thing.
It has to be because you're not secure in your relationship. No. That's not secure in your relationship though.
A man can make you feel secure. Take care.
No, I didn't say feeling, being secure. I don't care about feeling nothing.
You can
being secure is no. There's certain like
what you don't know don't hurt you.
So now we lying. So I got to tell you to be honest too.
Niggas lie every day.
But these are certain standards. Like these are the bases that should not have to be mentioned. A man. I think
y'all just sat here and talk about how much men cheat, but loyalty is not gonna be mentioned.
You gotta.
If I have to tell a man not to be loyal, then he's not for me. A man, though, I think may have to mention it. I think a man has to mention it though because women do cheat, but I guess on the low, whatever.
Not on the low. I mean,
but on the low.
No, on the
women are better.
That's why they. See, this is why this narrative.
That's why loyalty's on that list. It's like, yo, y'all motherfuckers is better.
Yeah, y'all better be loyal. But us is like we're not saying that because I'm not telling a man not to cheat and lie. I'm not. That should not have to be in my list.
You shouldn't have to say it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, if I have to say that, that's not for me, and I'm never gonna say it. I'm never gonna.
Can we address the elephant in the room though? Why would a man step out? Let's answer that question because y'all be withholding that box and acting like I can't go back on the court.
I gotta beg my wife for some. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Can I talk about this?
All right.
We have married men on the show saying that they
got
sex in 10
let me
months.
actually say that now. Hold on. You tell us why y'all stepping out.
I just said it.
We got married men saying they have sex with their wives in 10 months.
Let me say this.
So y'all not getting no pussy. That's why you stepping out. All right.
Yeah. Let me say this.
That's it. You horny.
I think.
Me so horny. Yes.
All right. Tell your wife I'm horny. You don't want to give me no pussy. This is the next step. She either want to stay or she want to go.
Okay.
But the same way you say that I shouldn't have to say I want a loyal person. Why should I have to tell my wife I want sex?
Because she's human.
She know I'm a man.
Pop that pussy.
I'm gonna tell you guys something.
But what that man do though?
You as a wife, you don't know that your man want to fuck you.
Yes, but you wanting to step out about this, she doesn't want to have sex is not nice.
I gotta tell you I want sex.
All right, 10 months is very drastic.
Okay, wait, really quick.
It's been 2 weeks. I gotta tell you I want sex.
I'm just gonna really quickly.
But what if she's sad? What if she's going through depression? What if she has things going on? What if she has a lot on her plate?
My shit ain't get nothing.
She needs to get it together.
Now we both gotta be depressed because you.
That's not fair, Marion.
Talk about this.
No.
Multiple things, because I talk to men that are not getting laid on a regular basis. Actually, like I find that. First of all, I'm abstinent, right? I'm a Christian. Like I'm trying.
I mean,
oh my God,
Yowza. That's fine.
Are you okay?
Look, I'm doing well.
Got the Rose 3000. That shit charged up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for the record, Jesus, he knows that I don't. But let's talk about this. What I get upset about as someone that is abstinent, I'm like, yo, you married people are supposed to have sex. That's the one reason I want to get married. If I can be completely honest, every other portion of my life I can handle on my own. I want to have a husband so that I can have sex. That's like on the top of the list. If my church sees this, they're gonna be like, Sister Marion, come in the back. We need to work on your reasoning. But that's my alarm. But that's my thought about it, because that's a huge part of your relationship
marriage
or a huge part of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. This is the number one thing that I've realized when talking to these men. A lot of y'all, the men that don't get laid, it's because they went for the wrong woman. They went and got.
I agree with that too.
That they were really into, and she was not that into you from the beginning, and you saw it. You saw it. Hold on. She chose a lot of these men, if you talk to them, they'll be like, I'm providing, I'm giving, I'm doing this, I'm da-da-da. That's why she's there.
They always say after
she's
the
there
kids,
for security.
they just get very...
Hold on. She's there for security. She's in the relationship for security. Her mama said, girl, if you don't get you a husband that can take care of these bills. And she knows that maybe she technically has to sleep with you, but she's not that into you.
Okay.
You understand? If men would just lower those standards just a smidge, if they would say, you know what? She might have a flat booty, but she's really into me, and she's gonna go crazy in the bedroom. A lot of men would be a lot happier.
I
truly believe.
I think that's a possibility for some, right? But a lot of women use the leverage of sex to control a relationship because that's all they have to offer. A lot of women feel like the only way they can get a man to listen to them is by taking away the one thing she had to offer. Women are not.
So then, why aren't you just listening?
Huh?
Why are y'all listening? Why does she feel like she has to do all that? Why are you?
That's my question. That's my question.
I mean, that's why dudes are just stepping out. You get what I'm saying? Like, for the
but that don't make it. That's not right. Instead of addressing it, of course.
What do you mean?
Y'all just
doing what she wants.
She don't want to fuck me, so I'm gonna just go fuck somebody. Why?
I said that's her. So if you're not getting what you want, and you say, "Hey, pussy's off the table. You're not getting none no more." And
did she say that though?
She said, "I'm putting it on the pedestal."
Yo, I'm just saying that
she put the chastity on,
or she come with the bonnet, with the robe, knowing you know the shit y'all walk in with. You know you ain't getting no pussy outfit.
The muumuu, like
you like, and then you got the outfits that they wear. All of a sudden, it's just the undies on. So you like, oh yeah, I got my chance tonight. But you know, as a man, you know the different moods that women give you signs. You get what I'm saying? And if you're a man, you know how to read your woman. So you know that. But if she feels like that's how she can control a relationship, which most women use when they get mad, okay, I'll even give you on the flip side. When women are angry, when women are wrong, how do they apologize?
With sex. Yeah.
The same thing. So look, so that proves my point. Y'all only take away pussy when y'all get mad, and then when y'all wrong, y'all get pussy. That proves.
But that don't make you feel good when you get that?
No.
I'm saying, like, what's the problem?
Huh?
I'm really confused.
Again,
Here's the question. Would you rather your wife be wrong and not sleep with you? Because what's the argument?
I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
but y'all love it when
you're arguing in
that.
A woman should apologize and hold herself accountable.
I agree with that too.
You giving me pussy doesn't make me.
I'm gonna do both.
You ain't.
I'm both.
Nah, I don't even want it. Nope. Because
with the apology.
No, not if that's the reason why I'm.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't want no sympathy, pussy. Keep that shit.
But don't men do that too? Like when they fuck up.
Wait, time out.
Don't men do that too though?
You just said you wanted some though.
Huh?
You just said earlier. It's been 5, 10 months. Why do I have to tell you that I want
crazy.
pussy? So basically, what you're saying is, she wasn't planning on giving you none, but because she knows it's been a while, she should throw you some anyway.
Or because she knows she's wrong.
I'm not talking about in an argument. I'm talking about it's been a stretch, and now she's not in the mood. She's not really into it. She doesn't want to, but she knows that her wifely duties are coming up on, needing to be fulfilled. She just throws you some. Is that wrong? Are you going to be upset? Are you going to say no?
No, he's only talking about the argument.
There's a difference between duty and apology. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If that's your duty, you stick it to your duty, just like I stick to my duty no matter what. That's cool. But if you sorry and you don't want to admit you wrong, you just want to throw me some pussy, I don't want that.
Yeah, men we can't fluctuate. She get on my nerves. I ain't paying these bills today. No, we gotta go to.
I was gonna say that, but what if you aren't? What if you stop? What if you lose your job and you stop paying bills?
But it just sounds like y'all married to women that just only offered pussy to y'all.
Is she now right to withdraw that from the situation?
No. The more you give it to me, the quicker I'm gonna go find that job. I'm motivated.
I feel like that's unlikely.
Gotta motivate you.
But then, it also sounds like you. These are men that married women that only offer the sex, because if you are so upset that she didn't give you any pussy in 10 months, that's all the context.
You said months?
Well, I'm going off of the number he said. That's a stretch. 10 months is, but I'm piggybacking off of his 10 months.
People do it though. It happens.
All right, so let's do realistic numbers.
2 weeks is a problem.
Yeah, but then it sounds like within that, like that's the only foundation you're having a relationship. There's nothing else keeping a spark, nothing else keeping nothing else.
I disagree. You can be madly in love with someone and still also expect to have sex with them. I think that you're supposed to have.
But they want to step out on their wives. That's my thing. Y'all said if she don't give you sex for a certain amount of time, that men are gonna step out.
I said this is the reason why men.
Yeah, you asked what was the reason that a husband might step out on a wife. We're telling you, if the wife is not.
But what if a wife is? So let's circle back to that. If a wife is doing all of that and he still steps out,
that too.
That's something wrong with him.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
That's valid.
And I believe that men that do that only do that because that woman accepts that.
I mean, that's valid too. I mean, there's some do it without knowing if she's gonna accept it or not, and they just
the thing
keep
is
doing it because men walk away.
Men have needs. And I don't know why that's so taboo to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're depriving men of their needs and then trying to shame them for having needs. Like, we have needs too. Like, just like we want to be appreciated also. Like, not everything is always about a woman. Like, men want to be appreciated too. And even men asking to be appreciated, then they're going to say, sassy. That's sassy. My grandfather, he ain't never been appreciated in his life and he still paid all the bills. Like, nigga, what? Like,
but this would also, like, pin to my point. Some men need to start to marry the woman that appreciates them. You shouldn't be begging this girl to appreciate you.
Right.
You shouldn't be begging this girl to sleep with you.
I only hear that after motherhood, though. That women become very like, and I'm just asking because I'm not married and I don't have kids either. But from what I've heard, married men have an issue with, or women don't want to have, are not feeling very sexual after they have kids. They're tired.
I hear that in both men.
But I don't really hear it like before the marriage and before the kids though. I only hear stuff like that happening
because everything is fucking fresh.
Yeah.
Well, I only hear it after the kids. Like my wife doesn't want.
There's a lot of excuses that some women tend to make, right? So some women will use, man, I gotta work a job just like you. I can't, I'm tired.
Right.
Understandable. Then when y'all stay at home, why, man, I gotta take care of the kids all day. Like, so it's like there's a fucking excuse for everything. God damn, like, you know what I'm saying?
So now I have a question. If there was any room for that to be a thing, would that be okay? Like is there any room for a woman to not want to sleep with you for a while? Whether there's an issue with her,
that should be communicated.
Okay, and I guess that's what I was getting at. Like, if your woman is not,
I honestly feel like
women don't, because they don't even like initiating. So the factor of even saying them acknowledging that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Come on, you don't admit you're wrong. Mm-hmm. Why would you acknowledge?
Well, that has to do with the woman you chose.
I was about to say, who hurt you?
No,
because I think if your woman is, it's like, baby, can I get some? And if she be like, if she's nasty about it, like, you my woman, like, why you not doing? Right. Versus like, I'm sorry, like, I
haven't heard that women
she don't get no room to be a human being. Y'all just gonna sleep out on her?
Sex.
Well, I don't think women should be expected to initiate sex. Like you just sat here. Y'all both just sat here for 15, 20 minutes talking about how you need it, you want it all the time.
Go get it.
Go get it. Damn.
But
if she's perpetually turning you down, then there's
a problem.
Completely.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's why the going to get it stops, because how many times we want to be turned down by a woman? Like that affects us too. Like, you know what I mean? At some point,
but is there a reason, or is she just doing that? I guess is my thing. Communicate that with your partner. Don't just step out on her because she keeps saying no. Ask her why.
Y'all need to get with these women that like you.
Clearly, I want y'all to date women. I want y'all to date women and find out.
I have dated women.
Y'all are insane.
So what you're saying is the relationship is better when the woman like the man more.
I think that you have to be realistic about compatibility, right? There's a lot of women out there. They might not be the baddest that you've ever seen. They might not be, whatever, but they will love you. They will be like obsessed with you, really
take care
all of you. Right, hold on. Yeah. Right now, you can think of 2-3 women that you eventually stopped talking to who would have easily cooked you a hot plate every single night, and they were really into you. You know it, and you say, you know what? It was just her nose was so big, I just couldn't. But you know that she was into you.
The problem is now you got to think. I agree with what you're saying, but now you got to find a woman with that mindset. Because these ugly ducklings out here thinking they better than a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying?
Because y'all be up at like giving
the women
confidence. Well, that's
men too. I agree. Yeah. But there's also women who you beautiful. You a baddie. Like,
and that's why that's why I'm not a girl's girl. I'm gonna tell you right now, sis, that does not look good on you. Go take that off. Put on something more, loose.
And also, women are better cheaters. You know what I mean, they just better investigators.
Better what? Oh, better cheaters.
No, investigators. Like,
that's valid, but also women are better cheaters. Like women will be. Women are really good cheaters.
Women only look like better cheaters because men
don't go looking.
Men don't
I think
they're not going through phones and like popping up at your job.
And men are not telling on women. Women will tell on a man before a man will tell on.
Coming to you as a woman.
That's valid. Yeah. That's a good point.
Because I feel like men are not dumb. So I do.
We don't want to eliminate the process of us getting frequency.
But men don't that too. But men don't want to know that they woman is cheating.
I was about to say,
so
he's not looking for it.
He like, if it's not coming to his face, pause. That's crazy.
Whoa.
But if it's not straight in his if it's not right there. Right.
If it's not on display,
he's not gonna go look for it.
Right.
But a woman, she have a dream. I gotta go through that phone. Like,
let me see.
I completely disagree with you, but I don't know. Maybe it's just
sis is always telling, "Oh, girl, that's why your man in my DM and da 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 da."
Yeah, but that's so. Let me just really address that.
I've seen one video my whole life of a man crying, begging a dude. Yo, stop.
Oh, I saw that. He was like, yo, that's
look, how many videos of women have you ever seen? Oh, your man just ate my pussy, hoe.
Oh my God.
How many times y'all seen women lash out because they got
But so let me actually address that.
It was the feelings over the logic.
That's one of there you go. That's one of the biggest frustrations I have with cheaters, especially men. Because I'm like, you are opening that relationship up to who knows what. That chick might be crazy. A lot of them are. And what you're telling me is for this night, for this hour you're about to spend with this girl, you're willing to risk her showing up at your job, showing up at my job, rolling up on us with the kids.
No, you're right.
You're willing to throw all of that out there to see what's gonna happen. You know women are crazy. You know you're gonna be knocked out. She's gonna go through your phone, get my phone number, get my mama's phone number, get your daddy's phone number, put everyone in a group chat, send pictures of y'all having sex in the group chat. Women are crazy.
Very extreme.
She's taking a selfie while you going to sleep. Like, I'm like,
I saw a video of a chick put pictures. I don't know how the chick got to the wedding venue before everyone else. She put pictures of her sleeping with that man that was about to get married on every chair, so every guest could see it. Did it like Oprah? You get a picture. You get a picture. Yo,
that is crazy work.
That's insane. But also, why were you cheating when you about to get married? Right?
I mean, if it was his bachelorette party, then like,
no, it was a whole relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. Wait a god. Hold on.
what happened?
You said if it was the bachelor party, you
understand?
Wait a minute.
I'm not saying I understand, but you know,
your
some
future
people,
wife is watching this.
Some people might get a hall pass during their bachelorette party.
What the fuck?
They gotta get
But
it out of their system.
you said it was a
We're not
whole
even gonna
relationship.
address
He was
that
cheating before the night.
He was cheating on the whole thing. I don't care. Just really quick. The bachelor party is not licensed to cheat. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, we agree that.
I don't like
sometimes
the
you get hall
inflection.
passes.
I don't like the inflection in your voice. Why did it go up so
Because,
high?
like Eli said, sometimes you get hall passes.
Sometimes they get a hall pass. You get it
You
out.
giving your wife a hall pass?
Nah.
Exactly.
The wife never get a hall pass.
Never.
The wife be the ones giving the hall pass.
I was about to
like,
say,
you know
but
what I'm
depending on the
saying?
girl,
So,
she
yeah,
just might be.
That's
I've never heard it.
Like, get it out your system.
I don't
She
know
might
no
pay for the
woman that's
strippers
done it.
and all this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I don't have an experience to give y'all. I've never seen it.
Maybe I'm crazy because I will find you and that bitch. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone will pay for that. You gonna embarrass before my wedding? The bachelor party is like the day before the wedding. Why are you doing that?
You gotta get.
And you gonna go kiss me in the mouth in front of my whole family? Everybody, the priest.
And then what's that urge to even
God
do
is
that?
there looking, and you know what you did the night before.
He necessarily did anything with his mouth, though. I'm saying,
listen. All right, you know what? It's cool.
Yo, Jew, man. I know you got a segment that you want to get into real quick.
Oh, okay. This is don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? And this is one I get from the people directly. And this one is actually from a young lady. She asked me not to use her name, so I won't do that. But she was saying that her type of man, and he has to be God-fearing, kind, attentive, honest, and loyal. Great. Okay. And I remember us talking about this too, Eli. And I asked her, I hear women say they need a man that's God-fearing. What does that mean? And she says, by God-fearing, I mean someone who has a real relationship with God and is easy to say, I believe in a higher power. I honestly, since we do have two women here and you're a woman of God, I would love to really get a better elaboration on what's a man of God, because a lot of women are asking for a man of God, but out here looking like they're a woman of Satan.
Come on.
They heathens. They in the streets. They talk like a sailor. They talk
got
like
Proverbs 31 in the bio, and just boobs in the first picture on the page.
They never read the Bible. They don't go to church. They don't pray to God, but they require a man to be a man of God. So I want to know, even from my bros, you know, what is a man of God? And, you know, even from the viewers, what is a man of God? What does that look like? And are women being what example of what they're looking for in men? Well,
as the resident, you know, minister, man, you know what's funny about this? I have such a specific experience answering this question for myself, because I was dating someone, and one of the reasons I ended up seeking God for myself was because he called himself a man of God. And he literally said one day, well, I can't take you seriously because we're not equally yoked. And I was like, what does that even mean? And he said, the fact that you don't know what that means, like, proves it, right? That's a biblical term that just means like you have to be on the same spiritual standing as your partner, right? Now, then after I found Christ and God pulled me in and I actually dedicated my life to him and I made changes, I became abstinent, I gave up smoking weed, I gave up going out, I sought him in prayer for real, I learned how to fast and pray, I was filled with the Holy Spirit, I found a church that is Holy Spirit filled and led, and I now am being used by God and I'm walking in the will of God. I turned around and realized that man was the furthest thing from a man of God. Because how are you a man of God and I'm going to your house 3 nights a week and we're smoking weed and having sex and watching Power, and you're doing, you know, that with me, and then every third night that I'm not there, you got 2-3 different women that are like, as you called it, what did he say? Side dishes. That was the word, literally. Yeah. When one of them called me, and I'm like, I'm single. How do I have like Shirley, this is whatever. How do I have those problems when I'm single? Like, that's crazy. And this is a man of God.
Coming to you as a woman?
Coming to me as a woman. Literally use the words. I said, you can't come to me as a woman over a man that's single. How is that happening? And this is a man of God, supposedly, right? So what I would say, a man of God or any person of God, a woman or a man of God, puts God above every other thing in their life. Now, when you do that, God molds you into a reflection of him on this earth, right? That looks like someone who is self-disciplined, someone who is abstaining from sex. I know that's hard to hear, but that's a big thing. I went on a date with a guy that, messaged me on Instagram, and he was a black conservative. I was like, oh, finally, Jesus, we found one. Go on this date, and he's, he prayed over the food. He was like, and Jesus, touch the chef, touch the people. I was like, yes. And then got to the end of the date, and he was like, so I understand that you're absent. And I was like, yeah, of course.
So what color is your nipple? Like,
he was like, I don't know that that's going to work for me. And I was like, what? Like, what are we talking about here? So there are.
But God might have told him, like, you got to see what that pussy like real quick.
There's no chance. Okay.
Don't use God name like that, child.
There's 0% chance.
Ain't no way you just use God name and say the word.
You understand?
Yeah, take it back.
Maybe God called him to, I
don't
know.
Take it back.
He knows not what he does. Jesus. It's okay. We all get one. But all jokes aside, it is a genuine heart change and a heart posture that cannot actually be faked. And that's a big one. But to find a man of God, you have to be a woman of God. And I will tell you straight up, a lot of these women that think that they are going to marry a man of God, they are not. They're going to fall for a counterfeit.
Ooh, speak.
They're going to fall for someone that says that he's a man of God because he goes to church and can recite 2 or 3 little Bible verses, but he's out here in the streets, or he doesn't know how to provide, or he doesn't know how to pray, or he can't help you and lead you spiritually. God says the man is a leader. That's where we get the entire concept of the man leading and the woman being submissive. And if he is not connected to God and has what the Bible called fruit of the Spirit, if he is not exhibiting fruit of the Spirit, then you will fall for that if you are not in your word with God and you don't understand what you're supposed to be looking for and looking away from.
Can I ask you, is there a difference between God-fearing and a man of God?
A man of God should be
God-fearing. Yeah. They go hand in hand. I just love really well what she said, because I felt the question had a lot to unpack. Because like you mentioned that the women want a man of God, but they present themselves in a certain way. And I don't think, I didn't want to say in the wrong way that being a woman of God looks like something. It's not super modest or super spiritual, or you're walking around with a Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
always moving that goalpost when it comes to them. Like, you know what I'm
no,
saying?
but
like,
I believe deeply what Marianne said, and I also am a woman of God, and you will get the reflection of how deep you are with the Most High right back at you. Yeah. So if you're playing with prayer and you're playing with wanting a man of God and you are not internally connected to the Most High, you are going to be in a very, very deep, dark tunnel with that. You're not getting what you want. And you don't ask God for a man. God brings you a man.
That's also
God also told you after you kneel before God, and then you kneel before your husband, and women are not doing that as well.
But that's because
that's the feminist mindset that women take.
But if you are a man
and not understanding their role as a woman is to let her.
But that goes with what Marianne said.
All God-fearing women, but they the most promiscuous. They the most provocative on social media. They the
y'all
most.
Not hearing what Marianne's saying. Y'all gotta hear what Marianne's saying.
Y'all picking and choosing. Y'all moving the goalposts when you want to feel good about yourself. Not you. I'm just saying.
There are.
You can say I love God and I pray and everything, but there's another thing to really like you said, stop smoking, go to the gym, pray, be light-hearted and lead with love,
forgive.
not subject ourselves to overthink of negative things all the time.
Yeah.
That's God in your life. Yeah. And if you say things, that's one thing, but anybody could say that. And I've even had people do me wrong in church. Oh my God, my dad's a pastor. And I want to believe them. Like, oh, you brought up God. You would never play with God like that. Yeah. So you just, but they do. But when you are really doing the work, you're not looking for a man. You're looking to, you're looking to be the best woman you are. So when God brings you that man, you're ready for that.
But when you guys get not you personally, like women in general, when they get that guy, they've been so used to working on themselves, they don't know how to work on.
They not with God then.
They don't.
They not with God. You can feel when God is spiritually connected with your relationship.
There's a story
There's
a story of how a man missed his message from God, right? This man was on a boat, right? He's on a boat, and his boat is now sinking, right?
Okay.
And then another boat comes up to him and says, "Hey, your boat is sinking." He's like, "Oh, don't worry, God got me."
He didn't have faith,
right? No, he had all the faith. He said, "God got me." The next boat comes. "Don't worry, I'm good. God got me." The fourth boat comes. His shit is sunk. And he said, he goes into heaven and he says, "God, what happens?" And God said, I done sent you 4 boats. You wasn't listening. So a lot of people get these messages from God. They just ignoring it.
That's because you're not really putting your faith in God, because God always sends signs. And if you can't see a sign when God sent a sign.
The signs was the fucking 4 boats.
No, and that's the problem. He didn't have that faith to know that God was sending him a message.
People are waiting to see God himself before they listen.
Then you're not walking in faith, and you're not moving in faith.
Let me
God moves pieces right in front of you with people.
Yeah, 4 boats coming to save you.
And you can't see that's God. You're not.
Let me explain.
You're not there.
I know my God is real, and I watch him work in my life every single day, right?
Yeah.
But there is something called Holy Spirit discernment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lack Holy Spirit discernment, then it is very hard to know what is from God and what is just happenstance or coincidence, okay? So I'll give you a quick testimony. I got a e-bike, right?
Yeah.
I just got tired of taking the bus everywhere. And I was looking on YouTube and I said, oh man, it's about to be winter. What do I need to do to this bike? One suggestion was get a mountain bike, or like a terrain tire, a different tire with like deeper spokes or whatever it is. I don't know what they're called. You know what I'm saying? So the guy was like, oh, all you need is one tire for the front wheel. On the back, you can leave the regular tire, but this will help you get through the snow easier. I was like, that's cool. Do you know that I walked out of my house that same day, and walking down the street, I found the tire that fits my bike, that is the exact tire of what I would need for this thing. And I have a big bike, 26-inch like wheels. And on top of that, my dog, he has severe separation anxiety. If I leave him outside of a store for too long, he will chew through his leash and come in to the store after me. So he had done that. And I was like, man, I'm so tired of buying these leashes. Do you know I found a leash tied around a tree on the same exact day, right? Now, a piece of me, if I didn't have Holy Spirit discernment, I'd just walk straight past all of these blessings and be like, oh, someone left out a bike tire. What are the chances?
And called it luck.
And just called it, or just like ignored it and assumed that it wasn't going to fit my bike or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? But because I have Holy Spirit discernment, I know when something is coming from God and when it's not, right? And to tie it back to what you're asking, a lot of the women, and I speak about the women specifically because it feeds back to the women being like, not the prize, but the prey, and being the ones that the men are supposed to go out and get. If your prey is tainted, you become a tainted predator, right? Like now your entire mindset is, oh, why? Like think about fish. If you don't have to go hunt for your food, the food's just sprinkled on the top of the on the top of the cage, and you just go up and get it. You get fat. You get lazy. These fish ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Like even dogs in the house are fatter and lazier than dogs that have to go hunt for their food. So when we have Christian men or Christian women that are being influenced by the world, because the Bible tells us be in the world, not of the world, right? So we have to live here, but we are supposed to be spiritually in a different place. We're supposed to walk around showing the light of Christ, but not being susceptible to the things that everyday people are doing. So if you're living in this world and you're smoking your weed every day, or you're listening to secular music all the time, and you're listening to Cardi B tell you to throw your WAP everywhere, then you turn around and you see one man that has a little Bible verse on his chest, and you think that that's your man of God, and you see her say that she's a Proverbs one woman, and the only prayer she knows is the Our Father. She can't pray for nothing else. She don't know how to bless your home. She don't know how to anoint your home.
So y'all are gonna end up together. You believe women are looking for that because that's just like a trendy thing to require from men?
Because it's a lot of work and discipline to be with God.
But also, a lot of them are saying they want a man of God and they don't.
And yeah,
they just
they
want someone that is spiritual. They want someone that
to just mention God.
Yeah, that's it.
But
that's enough.
That man require a certain standard of a woman, and I think I'm not sure, but what I'm hearing from the fellas and what I'm seeing from the women, that's not what's out there.
Mm.
And I don't think people are living by what they want and the standard they want, because to get, women say they want the man that's making 6 figures, 6-pack, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All these other things, men have to be at this high point, and while they're giving the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even just talking about just a sexual relationship. There's so much more that a man could get from a woman. Her being nurturing, her being speaking positive energy into his life, words of affirmation, all these other things that women are capable of doing. It's just not happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you read the comments and you watch this show, and then you're gonna see thousands of men be like, yo, this is facts. This is real. I'm going through this. You guys be like, oh, it's the woman you dating. And all the fucking men in the world are dating the same woman?
But yes.
I was about to say probably, yes. It's
because these women
it's very rare.
are trash. Let's be honest. Let's call it a spade a spade. A lot of women, and they don't mean to be trash. This is the thing we have to remember. They're being influenced by this world that we're in, Hollywood, all of that.
But that's a whole nother situation. If women are now being programmed by other women and being sister soldier and all these...
But they're being programmed by failed women. They're not... It's okay for women to be programmed by grandma who successfully had a husband and raised 7 kids. You're a failure
if you got into that. You get what I'm saying? Women want to be Kim K. Women want to be all these other women, Cardi B's. They, you know what I'm saying? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they may be married. They may have a lot of money, but is that a woman of God?
Not at all. But that's one of the big things. This is why it is, for me, like when I mentioned the abstinence and you guys kind of laughed, and I'm not taking any offense to it because I really understand the mindset. I remember I mentioned I had a podcast.
Yeah.
I had a whole episode on that podcast, and I always laugh. I'm like, that Marion would punch me in the face. I had a whole episode where a woman that had written a book on celibacy came in, and all I did for the entire podcast was literally say, it could never be me. I could never. I feel like that's crazy, because if you let a man, ruin your heart so bad that you don't want to have sex, what's wrong with you? And here I am now on a completely different wavelength.
Locked it up.
But I had to mature. And there's a maturation that needs to happen in a lot of our society.
I said it at the beginning, maturity. The healing, the inner work.
I think I know the men be upset when, they meet a woman and now she's celibate, and then it's like, you was giving that pussy up to everybody in the world. Now I get here, now you want to be celibate.
Now you want to work on yourself.
Now you want to be celibate? Like, no.
And then most of those women, they might be celibate until somebody come with some money, and they might want to celibate. You know what I'm saying?
Put that on a shirt. You know what I mean?
She's celibate until you ask her to celibate.
Cool, play on words. That was good. That was good.
Just saying.
But that's everyone falls sometimes. We all have.
Fellas, have you experienced with women having a different standards, or questioning you saying I guess this high stature of being a man of God, but not a woman not exuding that same energy?
Yeah, I could go on first on this. I was dating a woman pretty recently, and she was very much coming into her Christianity, like that was like something that she was big on her. I don't subscribe to any particular religion. I like to hear all religions. I find myself to be more spiritual, and I don't get the concept of fearing God, because to fear God to me is like to fear myself, because I am God. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the God of everybody. I'm just saying I am God in my own right. So I don't fear myself. I wouldn't put myself in a situation.
Can you do me a favor? Can you grow a tree right now?
I mean, I can grow a tree.
No, like right now, make a tree.
Come out this ceiling?
Yes, God.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
I can get to it. I'll get to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I'm not saying physically like God. I'm just saying like, when you listen to Christian music and they say there's the God in me, like I understand God is in me. That's why I'm saying I am a God. I'm not saying I could do some magical, I could walk on water and shit like that, but I look at myself and I carry myself as God. Like, you know what I mean? So she was more in she's coming more into her faith and stuff like that. And she let it be known, like, listen, I'm looking more for a Christian man. She said, yeah, you have, like, I believe in family. I believe in a nuclear family. I believe in taking care of my woman. I prioritize that stuff. She says you have all the fruits of, the spirit, but just because I don't subscribe to Christianity was the barrier. And that was her belief. Like, and I'm not going to fight against her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be forced onto any religion, just like I don't want to force her to be more open to other religions, like, like how I am. So, I've been in that situation for sure. And it's just, two different mentalities, and it hurt because that longevity was built there. You know what I mean? So, that was my experience.
Did you believe she was a woman of God?
Right. Did she present as one? Were y'all sleeping together?
Yeah.
We both at the time when she was becoming more, what was it, spiritual?
Religious.
Yeah. Religious. Were y'all still sleeping together?
We did, but then after a while, it was just like,
is that because you weren't Christian?
Journey, huh?
Just because you weren't Christian?
No, she said she was.
She was like you, wanted to be more abstinent to marriage and stuff like that. But
there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I was already, we already had done, been intimate or whatever the case is.
So she was like pulling back from what was already established, and that can be difficult. I can understand that.
Yeah, exactly. That was tough on me because this is something I was already used to, and I was like, now it's cold turkey until we get married. Like, you know what I mean?
And you're not really following that path,
which can be tough. So yeah, that was tough for me. But everything happens.
I'm proud of her for choosing the real God over you, respectfully. And I understand how difficult that can be for you. But I will say that to answer your question, it sounds like he really was actually dealing with a woman of God. Like, we all have a journey, and she did the right thing eventually, which was, the Bible tells us, do not be, marrying these people that do not share the same faith, because, and it's just a cautionary tale. Like,
but
you're next to someone that might lead you astray.
Just like I told her, you could look for all those qualities in a man. I don't know if y'all understand. Christian men cheat.
I was about to say, that don't mean nothing to me.
None of that means anything. Like, so again,
those are ones actually avoid.
You can have the same faith. There's men in church right now who prey on women in the church. That's the easiest piece of pussy to them, because they understand that, I could be a Christian man, or I could.
Because you automatically overlook them being evil or being or having any negative kind of
me being in religion doesn't guarantee a successful.
That I'm a great person.
Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, you could subscribe to whatever you want to subscribe to. That don't guarantee success.
You're not wrong. Everyone's fallible. God doesn't claim to take us and instantly make us perfect. We all still have the ability to sin. So that's absolutely true.
What about you, Ace? Have you experienced anything like that, or?
Yeah, I actually had a similar experience. I mean, I was with somebody, and in the midst of our relationship, she started to become more religious, I guess you would say. She wanted to stop doing certain things, but still do other things. I guess you don't have to stop cold turkey everything, right? Like, how's that work?
Journey. I don't know.
It depends on how disciplined you want to be with God.
Yeah, exactly.
You either want to be like hard and like, you either want to turn the switch on or you don't. There's not really free will. Yeah, there's not really you can't dip and dab with stuff like that. So you either are on the journey or you're not.
Yeah, she still wanted to have sex and stuff, but
so she wasn't on no journey, child.
She wanted to give other things, and it was a little comedic to me because we be in like situations and.
What vibe is that? I don't really understand that. Like, wanting to go with God, but like, and already having sex with you, but then wanting to not.
I mean, well, in fairness, that is literally just the story of most people in the Bible. Like, look at King David. King David literally saw Bathsheba naked, bathing herself, and was like, I want that. Went and got that, and then to cover up his adultery, put her husband on the front line of battle so he would get killed. Wow. So all for some P word, this man committed adultery and murder all in one. And and God himself said, I love David. David is a man after my own heart. So it's, all throughout the Bible, we see that flawed people are chosen by God over and over and over. And God does the changing of our hearts, of our temperament. But we have free will. We have to decide to let him change us. And we have to decide to be disciplined. Like, I'm not perfect at all. There's many things. I am good on my abstinency journey. But I have other, like, I've been cursing up a storm in this podcast, and it's something I'm really trying to work on. But I tell God all the time, I'm from Brooklyn, my guy. Like, you gotta work with me. I am really working on that so hard, you know?
It's just easier to understand, like, going into a fresh relationship with that mindset. And then, because from the experiences you guys have, it sounds like they are already in it. Like, you guys are kind of messing around. And then she decides to be a woman of God. And it almost seems like it's like I'm a woman of God, and so if you're gonna take me serious, like, you got to be on board with this. Versus, like,
ultimatum.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, like, what vibe is that? Like, I'm with God now, but I still kind of want to mess with you. Like, I would just cut it all off because I already kind of dipped in that, and I want to make sure I'm really, like, serious about this journey, and then we could spin back.
You gotta ask the person they want to go on the journey with you, though. I think that's
right, and let people know where your head is at.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that's fair.
I would say one thing before we close this out, because and I'm be vulnerable about, and I hate to say stuff about I love to say stuff, but sometimes I feel like it's unfair because my girl is not here to reply. But, like, I've been even speaking about, like, exploring about, you know, my relationship with God, and then bring it into my family. You know what I'm saying? How I want to, you know, pursue that and, you know, make it a family thing. And the response has been dull or flat. And it almost made me feel, I don't want to say insecure, but it didn't give me the confidence to bring it around my kids and stuff. Because it's like, damn, it's a me thing right now. You get what I'm saying? So, and then when I look for that, and I'm like, damn, you know, maybe I do want to bring this. And then when I'm having this conversation, it's just like, but you hear, but let's talk about Beyonce, or let's talk about baddies. Let's talk about, I'm getting energy.
Right.
Oh, you out here twerking now? We twerking it. I'm just saying on twerking. No,
I'm saying we out here twerking.
We twerking.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm having a serious conversation.
You know, sometimes seeing is believing, though.
But
I think just go on your journey, and she'll see how much it. Yeah, I think you just got to go on that journey, and as women, she sees you as a leader. You know what I'm saying? She sees you as someone that will guide her.
That's like
so it's not
proven too. Like, if a man comes to Christ, it is highly.
She's gonna just follow.
The family will follow. It's much harder for a woman to come to Christ first and then convince her husband to come.
But you do the work, and she see the results. It's gonna be undeniable to follow you.
And also, just to note, what's happening with you, which I'm very happy for you.
Me too.
Is you're feeling the heart tug. God is real, right? I always preface everything like God is real. So when he pulls on your heart and you feel that, it is a real thing. He's really whispering to you. He's really calling you to have a closer relationship with him. It will oftentimes come with leaving certain people in the past. I have lost many people from my earlier life, but he will always bring back those that are supposed to be with you. So I had a rough time with my family, and now we're in much better place now, you know, but we had to have a season where God separated me. He will force you into a season of isolation because he wants you to get to know him and really
It's not for her to be on that with you right now.
Let me ask you.
Hold on, really quick. I just want to say this. Because he's real and because he genuinely loves us, he wants us to genuinely love him. So what he does is he will literally not force you to love him. He will give you reason to love him.
I'm learning that.
Separate you, and he will tug at you, and he'll show you who he is, and you decide whether or not you want relationship with him. But he won't force himself on you. If you choose that, you know what, my wife is making me uncomfortable, and to keep the comfort in my relationship, I'm just gonna pray privately or something. God's not going to be offended by that at the beginning. But eventually, there will be a moment where he'll say, look, your wife does not have the keys to heaven. I do. Your wife is not leading your children to heaven. I am trying to get you to do that. So at some point, he might do that. But if you pray, and I will pray for you tonight, and I'll say, Lord, if you're pulling him, please touch his wife's heart. And, you know, start to pull her towards you as well. Whisper in her ear. Just give her that inkling like, wait a minute, what does happen after we die? Who did create this universe? What is my, you know, what is my husband going through that
he wants to, like, what is he going through that he wants to be feeling?
So I wanted to ask you because, you know, we speak about the black community. You spoke about, you know, how you used to be a Democrat, and then you went to Republican. I think two things that black people are born into and we don't even get a choice is the Democratic Party and Christianity. Like those are two things that we don't get a choice. And even when we start to question those choices, we're like ostracized and we're condemned. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I want to explore other, you know, I believe in God. There's a ton of religions I can explore God in. Like, why do I have to be a Christian to explore God? Like, you know what I mean? So do you think there's a correlation between those two parties? Like, because real quick, and I got a lot. It goes back to we was talking about, you know, I seen this one video and he was talking about even during slavery, like these are some of the most Christian, Christ-like Christian people waiting for Christ to come, waiting for God to come. 400 years of slavery. These motherfuckers was Christian for 400 years and God didn't come. You know what I mean? So sometimes I think some religions can get in the way of you just doing the work yourself. And they did do the work themselves, but and then they try to give God the credit. Like, I don't know.
Harriet
like, you know
Tubman herself is explicitly on record saying that Jesus Christ, by name, led her to and from freedom over and over. And Jesus was the one that told her that he was going to use her as the modern day Moses of her people. So to answer your question, I firmly believe that you cannot call yourself a Christian until you have questioned Christianity, until you have looked into other options for faith, and you have decided in your heart that you truly believe that Jesus Christ is Lord. Otherwise, you are simply a follower and you don't have real faith. I questioned every single thing. My testimony is crazy. I was born into Christianity, but never really like serious about it. Didn't, know how intense it's supposed to be. I actually, in a season of trying to figure things out, turned to what is basically sorcery and did tarot card readings with a medium and doing all of these, moon water. And
Calm me down.
All of it. And so through that, funny enough, when I started having real spiritual encounters with that, when this medium is telling me things about family members that died well before I ever met this woman, and it's impossible that she knows this on her own accord, things that aren't even on the internet, like how would she know these things? I was like, wait a minute, this stuff is real. Like there is an afterlife, there's something out there. And then I decided to do my own seeking and prayer, deep prayer. This is me personally. My personal prayer was, God, whoever you are, reveal yourself, show me. And I went into it with an open heart to receive whatever came. And I said, if you're Buddha, if you're Muhammad, Allah, whatever, show me, just show me. And the consistent and very clear message was Jesus Christ. When I said, show me, and I had strangers walking up to me, talking to me about Jesus, people showing up on the internet while I'm going live, telling me things about Jesus, etc. So I say all that to say, I am the biggest skeptic. That's what eventually drew me from being a Democrat, because I said, you know what, I'm not just going to blindly vote anymore. I'm going to do my own research. I did a lot of research on Jesus. I did a lot of research on other religions. I'm actually like a bit of a biblical scholar. Like I like to debate people a lot, so I make sure I'm very well versed in what their books say. And Jesus Christ is the only one that stands up to not only spiritual scrutiny, but historic scrutiny. He's the most well-documented historical, religious figure that we have. And there's no scholarly disagreement about whether or not the crucifixion actually happened. So that's a different thing. But I say to you, when it comes to people being born into Christianity, I really don't think very much about it. Like I don't consider you a Christian until you have personally demanded that Jesus Christ prove himself to be true. And I feel the same way about Muslims. There's a ton of Muslims I'll run into, and they're like, oh, the Quran this, the Quran that. I'm like, I can stand here right now and give you 10 things about the Quran that make absolutely no sense, and you cannot debate me on it, because I know I've done this research. I've looked into the reasoning. You say that your Quran is infallible word of God and there's only one version of the Quran, but did you know that that's because Abu Bakr burned the other versions of the Quran so that there would be only one version? So how do you know you have the real words of Muhammad, right? So long story short, what I would invite for you is if you feel the yearning, don't do it out of a lack of sincerity. But if you feel a real tug on your heart, if there's something that's nagging you, like, man, why am I here? Who made me? What is happening to me after death? If those things are pulling at you, go ahead and just pray, and then start to do some research. Obviously read the Bible, but also just look into who was Jesus, who was Krishna, who was Buddha, who was, who did Gandhi pray to? Do some research, because at the very least, it's really good to be well informed. And when you do decide what you believe, you will know that you actually believe it, and you're not just following what other people have told you to do.
Okay. Well spoken. Yeah. Anyway, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
Yes. So I am Marian, #Marian on Instagram. Follow me if you like conservative Christians, and follow me if you just want to argue with me.
You be on ChristianMingle.com?
I should, right? Dang, I should be on Christian Mingle.
It's gonna be that. What's that scammer pastor that just went to jail? He gonna be on there. What's his name?
I don't
know. He be wearing the Gucci.
It be a lot of them.
No, it's one. He famous.
I know you're talking about.
Creflo Dollar?
I don't know his name.
That was back in the day. That was
it's recent. He was just
the guy out in there was a guy in, like,
he was from Brooklyn or something.
In, like, I think Canarsie.
Yeah. He
faked a robbery so that he could, like, write off the jewelry on his crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, right off the jewelry.
He been getting money on, you know what I'm saying? But he on there too.
He's going to hell, just for the record, unless he repents of that and God, forgives him, because that's crazy work.
All right, it's Smith, SMITH, and that's GAWD, Smith God on Instagram. Follow me, tap in, and we here with it.
Yo, cop the merch, man. Dailyrapupcrew.co, Logical Feelings. If y'all on Patreon, y'all got this episode way earlier than the public, man. And if y'all watch this on YouTube, join the Patreon, because y'all would have watched this episode way earlier than the public. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We see you guys on the next one.
Yeah.